Which of the following is a case hardening process? A. Carburising. B. cyaniding. C. nitriding. D. All of these. The correct answer is all of these. In a crystalline material, atoms are arranged in definite and orderly manner and form A. Agree. B. Disagree. C. D. The correct answer is agree. The austenitic stainless steel contains A. 18 chromium and 8 nickel. B. 8 chromium and 18 nickel. C. 14 chromium and 0.35 carbon. D. 14 nickel and 0.35 carbon. The correct answer is 18 chromium and 8 nickel. The process used for relieving the internal stresses previously set up in the metal and for increasing the machinability of steel is A. normalizing. B. full annealing. C. process annealing. D. spheroidizing. The correct answer is process annealing. Steel containing up to 0.15 carbon is known as A. mild steel. B. dead mild steel. C. medium carbon steel. D. high carbon steel. The correct answer is dead mild steel. In a unit cell of a body-centered cubic space lattice there are atoms A. 6. B. 9. C. 14. D. 17. The correct answer is 9. Cast iron has A. high compressive strength. B. excellent machinability. C. good casting characteristic. D. all of these. The correct answer is all of these. The nuts and bolts are made from silicon steel. A. correct. B. incorrect. C. D. The correct answer is incorrect. Silicon in cast iron. A. makes the iron soft and easily machinable. B. increases hardness and brittleness. C. makes the iron white and hard. D. aids fusibility and fluidity. The correct answer is makes the iron soft and easily machinable. The process which improves the machinability of steels but lowers the hardness and tensile strength is A. normalizing. B. full annealing. C. process annealing. D. spheroidizing. The correct answer is spheroidizing. Which of the following iron exists at 910 C? A. iron. B. iron. C. iron. D. iron. The correct answer is iron. The iron ore mostly used for the production of pig iron is A. magnetite. B. hematite. C. limonite. D. siderite. The correct answer is hematite. A carbon steel having Brinell hardness number 100 should have ultimate tensile strength closer to A. 100 nmm2. B. 200 nmm2. C. 350 nmm2. D. 1000 nmm2. The correct answer is 350 nmm2. The steel widely used for making precision measuring instruments is A. nickel steel. B. nickel chrome steel. C. high-speed steel. D. chrome vanadium steel. The correct answer is nickel steel. The ductility is the property of a material due to which it A. can be drawn into wires. B. breaks with little permanent distortion. C. can be rolled or hammered into thin sheets. D. can resist fracture due to high impact loads. The correct answer is can be drawn into wires. The high-speed steel has percentage of tungsten A. maximum. B. minimum. C. D. The correct answer is maximum. The essential constituent of a hardened steel is A. perlite. B. austenite. C. martensite. D. trustite. The correct answer is martensite. The cutting tools are made from A. nickel steel. B. Chrome steel. C. Nickel chrome steel. D. High-speed steel. The correct answer is high-speed steel. The maximum solubility of carbon in austenite is 1.7 at 1130 C. A. Yes. B. No. C. D. The correct answer is yes. In a close-packed hexagonal space lattice there are A. 9 atoms, out of which 8 atoms are located at the corners of the cube and 1 atom at its center. B. 12 atoms, all of which are located at the 12 corners of a hexagonal prism. C. 14 atoms, out of which 8 atoms are located at the corners of the cube and 6 atoms at the centers of 6 faces. D. None of the above. The correct answer is none of the above. Iron-carbon alloys containing 4.3 carbon are known as hypo-eutectic cast irons. A. Correct. B. Incorrect. C. D. The correct answer is incorrect. The approximate height of a blast furnace is A. 10 m. B. 20 m. C. 30 m. D. 40 m. The correct answer is 30 m. A steel alloy containing 36 nickel is called A. Stainless steel. B. High-speed steel. C. Invar. D. Heat-resisting steel. The correct answer is Invar. The addition of manganese to aluminium improves corrosion resistance. A. Correct. B. Incorrect. C. D. The correct answer is correct. The temperature point at which the change ends on heating the steel is called A. Lower critical point. B. Upper critical point. C. Point of recoalescence. D. Point of decoalescence. The correct answer is upper critical point. The malleability is the property of a material due to which it can be rolled or hammered into thin sheets. A. Agree. B. Disagree. C. D. The correct answer is agree. The process of inducing carbon-to-carbon steels in order to give it a hard surface is known as carburising. A. Low. B. Medium. C. High. D. The correct answer is low. Which of the following solids are malleable and ductile? A. Ionic solids. B. Covalent solids. C. Metallic solids. D. None of these. The correct answer is metallic solids. The delta iron possesses a body-centered cubic space lattice. A. Correct. B. Incorrect. C. D. The correct answer is correct. Thermosetting plastics are those materials which A. are formed into shape under heat and pressure and results in a permanently hard product. B. do not become hard with the application of heat and pressure and no chemical change occurs. C. are flexible and can withstand considerable wear under suitable conditions. D. are used as a friction lining for clutches and brakes. The correct answer is are formed into shape under heat and pressure and results in a permanently hard product. Admiralty gunmetal contains A. 60 copper, 35 zinc and 5 manganese. B. 76 copper, 20 silicon and 4 zinc. C. 82 copper, 12 zinc and 6 manganese. D. 88 copper, 10 tin and 2 zinc. The correct answer is 88 copper, 10 tin and 2 zinc. The percentage of phosphorus is phosphor bronze is A. 0.1. B. 1. C. 11.1. D. 98. The correct answer is 0.1. In high-speed steels, vanadium adds to the property of red hardness and tungsten and chromium add to high wear resistance. A. True. B. False. C. D. The correct answer is true. For the pipe fitting like elbow T-union etc., which of the following is preferred? A. Pig iron. B. Malleable iron. C. Spheroidal graphite cast iron. D. High carbon steel. The correct answer is malleable iron. Chilled cast iron is produced A. by adding magnesium to molten cast iron. B. by quick cooling of molten cast iron. C. from white cast iron by annealing process. D. none of these. The correct answer is by quick cooling of molten cast iron. Silicon is added in low-carbon steels to A. make the steel tougher and harder. B. make the steel of good bending qualities. C. raise the yield point. D. all of these. The correct answer is make the steel tougher and harder. According to Indian standard specifications, cast iron designated by FG 150 means A. white cast iron with BHN 150. B. white cast iron with 150 MPa as minimum compressive strength. C. grey cast iron with BHN 150. D. grey cast iron with 150 MPa as minimum tensile strength. The correct answer is grey cast iron with 150 MPa as minimum tensile strength. The red flame during the operation of a Bessemer converter indicates that the A. air is burning out silicon and manganese. B. silicon and manganese has burned out and carbon has started oxidizing. C. converter must be tilted to remove the contents of the converter. D. red flame does not occur during the operation of a Bessemer converter. The correct answer is red flame does not occur during the operation of a Bessemer converter. Phosphor bronze has A. high resistance to corrosion. B. good wearing qualities and high elasticity. C. valuable cold working property. D. all of these. The correct answer is good wearing qualities and high elasticity. In the austempering process of heat treatment, austenite changes into A. martensite. B. crustite. C. sorbite. D. bainite. The correct answer is bainite. Which of the following material has maximum malleability? A. lead. B. soft steel. C. wrought iron. D. copper. The correct answer is lead. Nichrome contains more iron than inconel. A. agree. B. disagree. C. D. The correct answer is agree. Hardness of steel is increased by adding sulfur, lead and phosphorus. A. yes. B. no. C. D. The correct answer is no. German silver contains A. 70 copper and 30 zinc. B. 60 copper and 40 zinc. C. 59 copper, 40 zinc and 1 tin. D. 60.45 copper, 35.2 zinc and 5.35 nickel. The correct answer is 60.45 copper, 35.2 zinc and 5.35 nickel. The machine tool guideways are usually hardened by A. vacuum hardening. B. tempering. C. induction hardening. D. flame hardening. The correct answer is flame hardening. Monel metal contains A. 65 nickel, 15 chromium and 20 iron. B. 68 nickel, 29 copper and 3 other constituents. C. 80 nickel and 20 chromium. D. 80 nickel, 14 chromium and 6 iron. The correct answer is 68 nickel, 29 copper and 3 other constituents. A fine-grained steel A. is less tough and has a greater tendency to distort during heat treatment. B. is more ductile and has a less tendency to distort during heat treatment. C. is less tough and has a less tendency to distort during heat treatment. D. is more ductile and has a greater tendency to distort during heat treatment. The correct answer is is more ductile and has a less tendency to distort during heat treatment. Babbit metal contains A 50 tin and 50 antimony, B 66 tin 30 copper and 4 antimony, C 88 tin 4 copper and 8 antimony, D 92 tin 6 copper and 2 antimony. The correct answer is 88 tin 4 copper and 8 antimony. A steel with 0.8 carbon is known as A. eutectoid steel, B. hypo-eutectoid steel, C. hypo-eutectured steel, D. none of these. The correct answer is eutectoid steel. When a steel containing more than 0.8 carbon is cooled slowly below the lower critical point, it consists of A. mainly pearlite, B. mainly ferrite, C. ferrite and pearlite, D. pearlite and cementite. The correct answer is pearlite and cementite.